Lincoln, Nebraska for a college football Saturday. A great place to start is down in the right corner, the Haymarket District, just a few short blocks away. Walk with us and thousands of Husker fans making their way to Memorial Stadium. Hoping for a little better luck on their home field than they've had their last two games as they run out to take on the Northwestern Wildcats. BTN football today from Lincoln, Nebraska, as the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Northwestern Wildcats clash in the Big Ten West Division. Something special about November football, a chill in the air, and we are ready for a good ball game here this afternoon on BTN. Alongside Matt Millen, I'm Kevin Kugler. Good ball game and two good quarterbacks. Let's start at Northwestern, where they are flying high right now, Matt. They've won 3 straight, and Clayton Thorsen a big reason why.
Well, they're playing their best football, and Clayton Thorsen is the reason why. And Clayton Thorsen is doing it with a lot of different ways. He can beat you with his feet. He can get outside. He's been accurate with the football. He understands this offense. In short, Kevin, he's in control of this offense right now. The good news is he also has Justin Jackson, so he doesn't have to do it alone.
For the Nebraska Cornhuskers, it's been a turn of the calendar that was a big part for Nebraska this year. The calendar turned from September to October, and in the span of a month, Tanner Lee got a lot better.
Yeah, this is not the same team, and this is not the same quarterback you saw just a month ago. So the question is, why? Well, he owns this offense. Right now, he is in control. He does not have a running game. He's got to do it all by himself. You'll see him today, I think, moving outside the pocket a little bit, something people don't think he's able to do. He has a big arm. If they're going to do anything today, it's going to have to be in the arm of Tanner Lee.
Third member of our crew is Lisa Byington. Let's check in with her.
Yeah, well, Nebraska's offense will most likely start today the way it ended against Purdue last week, and that's playing with a lot of pace and probably going a lot of no huddle. They'd like to get a playoff within the first 18 to 20 seconds of the play clock. That will test Patty Fisher and this Northwestern defense. Fisher will be the lead person on the field to adjust to that pace today. He told me in the pregame that's a role he took control of during the conference season. He's a redshirt freshman, and in non-conference, he leaned on others for communication. Not anymore, and especially not today.
And we are getting ready for this one. Northwestern Wildcats, 3 straight wins to go 5-3 on the year and 3-2 in conference play. Mike Riley and the Huskers coming back from a big deficit last time out against Purdue, trying to use a little of that momentum, Matt Millen, as they go to work today against the Northwestern Wildcats.
Look, keep in mind, Mike Riley's been in situations like this before. I know there's a little bit of down stuff on this Nebraska football team, but that's a good football coach. He'll have a good plan. He knows he's one-dimensional without a running game. They really have not been running the football well. It's going to have to be on the arm of Tanner Lee.
Northwestern won the toss. They will defer. Nebraska will start on offense to start this afternoon in Lincoln. Spielman from the goal line. Got a block. Nice move, but down at the 15-yard line. Excellent coverage. Godwin Igwebuike with the tackle. And here comes Tanner Lee. We talked about the change in the calendar from September to October, and here it is in graphical fashion, so you can tell all your friends to gather around the screen. September, 229 passing yards, 9 interceptions. October, 332 yards passing, and only 1 interception for Tanner Lee.
Combination of things, Kevin. First of all, it's him adapting to the coaching staff, to the offense. It's also these receivers getting comfortable with Tanner Lee. He puts the ball in really tight spots. You're going to have an opportunity to make most catches.
On first down, the bootleg.
Smart.
Lee Throws it short behind his intended receiver. That was the tight end, Connor Ketter, and it's second down. Pressure from Nate Hall.
So decision-making is a big deal. It's decision-making from the quarterback spot. It's also decision-making from the sideline for how you call the game. Tanner Lee does have the ability to move. I like the way they start that game. Get him out on the edge. Don't let him be a sitting duck. He has been taking a lot of hits so far.
Second down and 10. They give to Ozigbo, and Divine Ozigbo out to the 17-yard line. The run game has been a problem for Nebraska. 40 rushing yards last week against Purdue, and Ozigbo had a season-low 8 on the ground.
Yeah, and conversely, it hasn't been a problem for this Northwestern defense. This Northwestern defense has been eating runners left and right. And so this is exactly what they're comfortable with. 3rd and 6+. This defense has been very comfortable with. They don't have a great pass rusher, but they are a relentless group.
3rd down and 7 at the 17. 3-man rush. Lee incomplete, and the Huskers go 3 and out.
Yeah, what they don't want to do. But a nice job by Hankowitz, the defensive coordinator. Did a nice job. They show 5, they bring 3, they drop coverage. And so it makes it tight inside. He actually had somebody inside, but he rushed himself and forced the punt.
Riley Lease awaiting the Caleb Lightbourne punt. Fair catch called and made at the 41, but excellent starting field position for Northwestern on their first possession after the 41-yard punt. And Clayton Thorsen showed you his record, 22 and 12 as a starter. The Thorsen coming out off a 356-yard performance last week. He has 3 such performances this year. The rest of the Big Ten combined, all other quarterbacks in the conference, with 3 games of 350 yards. Jackson will motion out of the backfield on first down. To the air, complete to Wilson, and Wilson tossed down at the 48 by Chris Webber.
Well, a little bit of pace here by the Wildcats. I like that. You turn up the pace, you simplify your defensive calls.
On 2nd and 4, Justin Jackson's first carry. And Jackson's got a first down into Nebraska territory. Webber again on the stop of the 46.
That's the one thing with this Northwestern offense. They are not one-dimensional. Justin Jackson's a guy who can get you 150 yards a game. Now, he hasn't had that, but he's capable of that.
Thorsen with time, throws short. Catch made by Garrett Dickerson. Down to the Nebraska 40, Dedrick Young with the tackle after a pickup of 5.5.
Kevin, I like Northwestern's pace. They've picked it up, and they're putting the thing right back onto the shoulders of Clayton Thorsen. And so this is the control I was talking about. He is right now master of this offense. There's nothing he doesn't understand about it, and he's playing it perfectly.
Justin Jackson again. And Jackson pulled down with a first down at the 33-yard line. Akin Maladun there with the tackle after the 8-yard gain.
Jackson's one of those guys, as a player, the more you give him the ball, the stronger he seemingly gets. So it's weird. Some guys are like that. You give him the ball, carry 30, he's better than he was carry 10.
From the 21 on first down. Thorsen all day to throw. Over the middle, he finds Riley Lease down to the 17-yard line. Just a 4-yard pickup on the play. Lamar Jackson and Markel Dismuke on the cover as we check out today's Auto Owners Insurance Impact Player.
Well, Justin Jackson's going to have an impact regardless if he has a big game or not. He's still going to be a story. Dickerson's a guy I believe who can take care of the middle of this offense and really move the chains. And Chris Webber, you've already seen him very active.
On 2nd and 6, Justin Jackson. Nice cut.
Nice cut.
Looking for a block from Thorsen. He got it, and Jackson touchdown.
cut of Justin Jackson. Nice jump cut.
Right around Akinbalanu, and then got the block from Thorsen and took it in for 6. Exactly the start Northwestern wanted, and the opposite for the home team.
Nice job by Clayton Thorsen. Sometimes you got to be the guy who hands it off. Sometimes you got to be the guy who gets the block. Quarterback's a tough job.
Excellent start for the Northwestern Wildcats. A 7-0 lead over Nebraska on the road. 10-play, 59-yard drive, and Justin Jackson, his 39th career touchdown, breaks Northwestern's all-time record. Been tied with Damian Anderson at 38. Didn't take him long to get number 39.
Yeah, he's going to make some NFL team happy. He's going to be that guy who's reliable, catch the ball out of the backfield, get you tough yards, dependable each and every week. You win with players like that.
He has 5 touches already in this game, the 3rd most touches in all of FBS since 2000. 1,121 touches for Justin Jackson. Here's Spielman trying to provide an answer, and he'll be stacked up at the 20-yard line. Zigbo in some traffic, gets a couple to the 35.
They're going to try. They can't completely abandon the run. You have to try to run the football. Maybe someone pop like that second down, you picked up 6 yards. But inevitably, it's the arm of Tanner Lee.
Play action through the hands of his tight end, Tyler Hoppus, who had a huge night against Purdue last week on BTN. 105 yards, best tight end performance for a Husker in the receiving category in a decade.
Yeah, I think it's time for Hoppus to take the next step. He's shown that he can do that. The middle of the field is where he needs to own the middle of the field. He's got good hands, he's got good size, he's athletic enough. I'd like to see him a little bit better in the run game. But if you're not running the football well, get the ball in his hands. He'll make the catch.
3rd and 8.
So far, decent protection by this offensive line, which struggled really, Kevin.
Lee on 3rd down, pressure coming, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Cairo, who takes it out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Trent Goins with the pressure.
Yeah, well done. And Goins came clean. Goins came clean from the outside off of the right side of the quarterback. And so he was going to take the hit. He knew it. But Cairo did a nice job of undercutting this ball. He sees the whole thing. He reads it the whole way. Had he not been able to go out of bounds, that was 6 quick.
So out at the 40, where Northwestern will start 1st down and 10. After Cairo's 2nd interception of the year, Tanner Lee's 11th, broke a string of 122 passes without a pick. And Jackson down to the 22, a pickup of 2. Stoltenberg, the first to make contact with Lamar Jackson, finishing off. Justin Jackson on the move, chasing history, 68 rushing yards away, 7th in Big Ten history. Second and 7 at the 21. Protection again for Thorsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nebraska, and Joshua Kalu hopping up the sideline near the 40.
Thorsen never saw him. He was hanging in the middle of the field. Thorsen thought he had the easy throw right through the middle. Eyeballing the whole way. Never saw him underneath. Well done by Kalu.
Clayton Thorsen with the interception, his 10th of the season. Joshua Kalu, the interceptor, and a big play for the Blackshirt defense of Nebraska. Huskers start at their 39-yard line. Tyjon Lindsey, the motion man. Ozigbo with the carry and a bit of a crease. Ozigbo up the sideline, first down and more into Northwestern territory. Nebraska got the ball a moment ago on the pick. Let's go back to that interception.
Yeah, so I want you to watch this, Dedrick Young. What he's going to do, he's going to get width, and he's going to take Nagel and get him wide. The safety right here is the whole key. He's got to be able to hold the inside, but know that he has an outside move. He's never seen Kalu jumps it to the inside, and the pick is made. Well done.
So the Husker drive continues at the 34. Ozigbo, a yard to the 33.
Morgan. And
Check out
there,
our Auto Owners Insurance Impact players.
and that's who they have to get the ball to. Stanley Morgan has been their big play guy. He's been a little inconsistent. He's dropped some balls, but he's only 350 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Spielman's the guy who I really like. He's really developed. He's come on. And Patty Fisher's the guy on this defense. He's been very productive. He's still learning. He's getting better each and every week. It's fun to watch him improve.
On 2nd and 9. Lee to Pearsonell. Down to the 29.
So, Kevin, if you take a look at this offense, there's some elements that it lacks. It doesn't have speed. So it doesn't have speed in the running back game to be able to get to the edges and widen things. And it really doesn't have great speed down the field. So you're not stretching things. So you're really kind of limited in your depth in terms of where you're throwing the football. But they do have good quickness in the slot with Spielman. And I do like Hoppus. I think Hoppus in the middle of the field works well against backers.
Empty backfield on 3rd and 5. Lee, quick toss, Wilbon on the edge, and Mikhail Wilbon awfully close to the first down. Nate Hall trying to hold him back from getting to the 24-yard line, and I think he held him about a half-yard shy.
Looks like he's going to be short. It looks like he's going to be short. That's officials right there, but he's from behind, so it is short of the mark. Here we go again.
Converted earlier on 4th down. Now back at it on 4th and a half yard. Ozigbo the carry. And Ozigbo's got the first down. Back-to-back conversions on 4th down, Matt.
Yeah, and Ozigbo's got 230 pounds behind him. That's a big kid. And he has good power. He doesn't have the speed to be able to stretch things to the outside, but you're not really going to live on the inside, especially Kevin, since the right side of your offensive line is brand new. I mean, they're working with a lot of new kids here on that right side of that offensive line.
New center Cole Conrad, who was the starting center at the beginning of the year, is back. Matt Farniok at right guard. Brendan Hymas, the true freshman, at right tackle. Tanner Lee with protection, floating it for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Brian Reimers!
He dropped a dime on that one, Kevin. That was a beautiful throw, the only spot it could be.
And Brian Reimers' 2nd catch of the year. This one for 6. And the extra point up and good to tie this game at 7 apiece. Beautiful throw for Mike Riley's junior quarterback Tanner Lee. Brian Reimers, the former walk-on from Lincoln East High School, leaping up to make the catch. Tanner Lee says, yeah, we're right back in it. University of Nebraska Athletics Hall of Fame here in Lincoln, Nebraska, as we welcome you back to the capital city of Nebraska. Good start to this ball game. Each quarterback has had some good moments and some shaky moments. But a 7-7 ball game with 33 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Riley Lease, who limped off earlier, back returning this kickoff. And Lease with a little running room to the sideline. Brown ranging over, and before the kicker can bring him down. And Drew Brown's been a tackler this year. Lease wisely gets out of bounds. Justin Jackson, very patient on that run, Matt. Gets out to the 40-yard line to pick up a 4.
Well, you'll see a lot of good runners' patience in Justin Jackson. The really good ones, it comes to him naturally. And it's natural for him.
And that is the end of quarter number 1 in Lincoln. Northwestern and Nebraska all even at 7 apiece. Huskers trying to get back on the winning track at home. Justin Jackson's found the end zone in this first quarter. So has Brian Reimers. We're all tied up at 7. Start of the second quarter in Lincoln. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Lisa Byington, our BTN crew here for this Big Ten West battle between Northwestern and Nebraska. Wildcats and Huskers all tied up at 7. 2nd and 6 from the 40 for Northwestern to start this second quarter. Thorsen to throw off, play action, wide open up the middle. A diving catch is made by Macon Wilson. All the way down to the 35 of Nebraska.
Macon would be making bacon if that had been a little bit better throw. He'd still be running. Nice job, though. Way to go get the ball. Make sure you have the catch. And that is a catch. Good control all the way through.
28 yards on the gain to Wilson. Here's Larkin. Dodges through a tackle, and Larkin down to the 29-yard line. Dismuke had a chance at him. Stoltenberg wrapped him up.
Stoltenberg's hustle saved a big play. He came from the backside, sets up this 2nd and 4.
Thorsen the swing to Nagel. Nagel slips for a first down inside the 25. Newby able to track him down. Bennett Skoranek was out there screening off a couple of Huskers for Nagel. And now a little pace again.
I like the pace.
Larkin with the carry. Larkin reading his blocks and trying to get to the edge. Outracing Stille, and Larkin outracing everybody for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Northwestern. Number 28, Jeremy Larkin, with a 24-yard touchdown run.
This touchdown run comes courtesy of Larkin's eyes. He sees that back door, and he knows he can get it. And he just has to outrun one defender, which he's able to do, and the rest is 6 quick.
Longest run of the young career of Jeremy Larkin, 24 yards for the touchdown, and a 13-7 lead, trying to grow one more with Kubander out.
Heck, they spend more on that little dance routine than they did on the run.
Holy spend more. The encore performance from Jeremy Larkin, who gives Northwestern the lead. Two Northwestern running backs, Justin Jackson, Jeremy Larkin, giving the lead back to Northwestern at 14-7 here in Lincoln. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Lisa Byington. Wildcats have been getting it done on the ground. 110 of their 178 yards, rushing yards in this first half. Spielman from the 9. Spielman trying to find some room to roam down at the 28-yard line. Spielman in motion. Reimers out there again as well. Now Spielman back the other way, gets the carry, has blocks, and has speed. J.D. Spielman trying to turn on the Jets, and is finally caught just shy of the Northwestern 30-yard line. Igwebuike there to pull him down at the 32-yard line, but an explosive play for an explosive freshman.
But Igwebuike does this really well. So he takes away the inside and gives him one way to go, so he can't cut it back. And so Spielman's going to try to shake him here with a little bit of hop. It's not going to happen. Igwebuike does a nice job with that angle and makes him stop. Good job.
40 yards on the ground for Spielman. And Lee on first down, looking deep. He's got his man. Touchdown, Jack Storr.
I like that call, Kevin. Danny Langsdorff gets him on the edge, uses feet. Tanner Lee is not void of movement. He has good movement skills. They used it to their advantage that time, and he threw another perfect throw.
And we're all tied up at 14 apiece here in Lincoln. We saw it earlier. Brian Reimers, his first touchdown catch of the year. Jack Stoll says, I want to do one better. How about the first touchdown catch of my career? Tanner Lee fired up, dishing out touchdowns to some new receivers today to tie it at 14. Gerald Foster and the Husker offense enjoying some tunes after a touchdown. Ties this game up at 14 apiece. Huskers ready to kick it off. Jack Stoll with his first career touchdown. And the kickoff through the end zone for the touchback. Thorsen with all day to throw over the middle, finds Skoranek, and Skoranek with a first down to the 46-yard line.
That was a dart. Now he came from his right, saw the middle, and watch how quickly that ball, he lets go of this ball fast. Skoranek just clears the backer. The ball's right where it's supposed to be. The nice throw.
17-yard hit, or 17-yard play from Thorsen. And Thorsen looking deep, looking for Wilson. Macon Wilson with the grab. What a catch with Lamar Jackson all over him.
Complete. And number 15.
That's a big BTN standout right there, Kevin. The difference, watch how he tracks the ball. Wilson keeps his eyes back, and Jackson can't get his head turned. And the difference is seeing the ball.
What a play by Macon Wilson.
Nice throw also.
Jackson with the carry, and Jackson brought down by Dedrick Young inside the 10. Second down.
Old number 5, Dedrick Young's been pretty active down there in that run game. He's been busy, holding up pretty well. Passing game with Thorsen, though, that's been the difference. Thorsen's made some really nice throws here today.
Second and 7 at the Husker 9. It's Jackson again, and Newby there to pull him down. We've called Marcus Newby's name a lot in the run game as well.
Yes, we have. They've both been active. I'm going to tell you something right now. Based off of that run, you better watch Clayton Thorsen's feet, because the next one's going to be a fake inside, and he's going to get to the outside on a keep.
Third down and 5. Huskers content to let this clock wind down. They're not using any of their timeouts defensively.
Good place for it.
Third and 5. Pocket collapsing. Incomplete. Jackson, the intended receiver, but good coverage by Nebraska. Thorsen had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and he also felt the pressure. He got good pressure there inside. And because of that pressure, he let that thing go a little bit too soon. It's going to set up this field goal.
Carlos Davis and Alex Davis closing in on Clayton Thorsen. And so this 25-yard try for Charlie Kubander to try to give Northwestern the lead. Remember, the Cats won the toss and elected to defer, so they're going to have the football to start the second half. Almost in there, Lamar Jackson knifing in, but Northwestern's field goal is good. And that is how we end the first half in Lincoln. And a good ball game between Northwestern and Nebraska. The Wildcats take a 3-point lead into the locker room. So halftime is here. Our Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report coming up. Rick Pizzo, Howard, and Chuck will get you caught up with scores and highlights. That's on the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. And it is next. Northwestern with a 3-point lead at the break. Ready for the start of the second half. The Northwestern Wildcats getting ready to get the football with a 17-14 lead. Let's check in with Lisa Byington.
Mike Riley addressed Tanner Lee's interceptions and said he has to do better with his pre-snap reads. He's almost stubborn and locked in on a receiver, and he's got to move on and do better with that. They also discussed in the locker room about moving their pace. It wasn't as effective in the first half as they would have liked. He described the offense as sporadic in that first half.
At least only one interception in October for Tanner Lee, 2 in the first half of the first game of November for Tanner Lee. So far, not a November to remember for Tanner Lee, but there's a long way to go. And there's a whole second half of football here in game 1 of November.
This first series is going to be big for these Cornhuskers. They've got to be able to get them. They got to get them off the field.
Lisa watch that one sail through the end zone and out to the 25 for the touchback. And Clayton Thorsen and this Northwestern offense making their way onto the field. 153 yards in the first half for Thorsen. Justin Jackson 86 yards rushing, and Macon Wilson 4 catches for 97 yards. A career high in catches, a career high in yards for Macon Wilson.
Yeah, but I like the balance that Northwestern's shown. Really, I'll tell you what, Clayton Thorsen has really gotten better. You could see as this season gone on, he is in control of this offense.
That's Dickerson in motion on first down. Jackson the carry. A crease for Jackson. And Jackson sticks the football out, looking for the yardage for the first down. He didn't get it. It's a 9-yard gain on the play as Kalu runs him out.
So the right side of that offensive line does a nice job of not necessarily getting people pushed off the ball, but staying with them and staying in the way. And Justin Jackson just uses his eyes and picks his yardage.
Here's that pace again for Northwestern. Second down. Jackson now with a first down to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 5. Ben Stilley on the stop.
He's right at 100 yards. He's been a dependable guy for a long time. You know what you're getting every single time.
24th game in his career at the century mark, 4th this year. Thorsen high, and it's intercepted by Newby. Marcus Newby down the sidelines. Marcus Newby gives Nebraska the lead.
If he comes to the sideline now and says, I saw him the whole way, I'd slap him.
Marcus Newby, 49 yards on the return. The pick 6 gives the Huskers the lead. Brown on for the extra point, and the kick is good. 21-17 Nebraska. Striking with a defensive play. Picking off Clayton Thorsen.
You're going to watch right here. Newby has eyes back inside. It's the trip formation to the top. He's going to try to wall it off in the backside. It was just a bad throw. I mean, that's just a bad throw. Any way you look at it. Newby with a good catch and getting it in the end zone. And that just kind of changes the complexion pretty quick, doesn't it, Kevin?
Second time this year that we've seen Nebraska come up with a pick 6. We saw it in the Wisconsin game earlier on BTN, and now against Northwestern. Thorsen missing, Newby not missing.
It just came off his hand too high. Nice little stiff arm there by Newby.
He's played a solid game today, Matt.
He's played well here today.
He's been all over as far as a run stopper is concerned, and now making a play in the passing game. They needed somebody to step up. Luke Gifford out with that hip injury. Marcus Newby trying to pick up the slack, and so far so good. Kickoff will bring it out to the 25. To the sideline. And Skoranek close to the first down. Went right back out there, and Pat Fitzgerald had him dial up a pass right away for Clayton Thorsen.
Get a little confidence back in that arm. Get a little confidence back in that head. And then just business as usual.
2nd and 1. Thorsen to the sideline once more. Skoranek on the receiving end. Tiptoes past Jackson and has a first down. Wednesday, BTN's late night show Sports Light with Mike Hall showcases Big Ten players and coaches' true personalities and delivers a hysterical look into their lives off the field. Everyone is raving about Sports Light with Mike Hall. And I mean everyone, every single human being. Wednesday, 11 Eastern, right here on BTN. From the 47 on first down, the pass deflected away by Kalu, and it's incomplete. Flynn Nagel, the intended receiver. Second down and 10 at the 47.
It interests me that they have not gone back to 21. I put the ball in his hands. Get the couple throws out, get your quarterback, back where he needs to be. But Justin Jackson, he's the guy.
Second down and 10. There is Jackson. Jackson almost had his helmet ripped off as he gets to the 49-yard line. Stoltenberg was there. There's no flag.
No, there was no flag. It may not have gotten his face mask, but he got the upper part of that helmet. And, oh, yeah, he did get part of the face mask, too.
Boy, somewhat surprising that one was missed. Third down and 6.
Big third down here.
And off the fingertips of Flynn Nagel.
Kalu was beat. Nagel had him beat by pretty good. Ball just kind of took off a little bit on him. Sets up this fourth down, and they're black shirts are off the field.
DeMornay Pearsonell back deep. 3 career punt returns for touchdowns. Hasn't had one in a couple of years. Nice wander. Ready to punt this one away. And at the 15-yard line with a fair catch, Pearsonell secures it for Nebraska. Huskers with the ball and the lead. Third quarter in Lincoln. Tanner Lee back to work. Justin Jackson during that last sequence, a face mask that did not get called. Pat Fitzgerald arguing afterwards, ripped his head off.
Pat Fitzgerald's right. They got a pretty good hand in there. I don't know if he really grabbed the mask per se, but he did get his head bent all the way back.
Pearsonell on the jet sweep. And DeMornay Pearsonell out at the 22-yard line. Buke and Brett Walsh there to make the stop. We saw a 40-yard run from J.D. Spielman earlier on the jet sweep for the Huskers, and Buke also there on the tackle. Second and 3 at the 22-yard line. Lee looking to the sidelines. Oh, what a catch by Stanley Morgan Jr.
That's awesome. And you don't see that every day. I mean, Kevin, he did not expect that ball. He just put his right arm out there, and Tanner Lee hung it on it. That was awesome. Look at this thing.
A BTN standout deflected it into his left arm and able to make the catch.
That's awesome. Man, I love to see that stuff. You never know when it's going to happen. Well done, Stanley Morgan.
First down at the 41. Lee again to the air. Lee throws it short. Catch by Tyjon Lindsey. And Lindsey out to the 49-yard line. Brett Walsh sweeping the legs out from under Tyjon Lindsey.
Lindsey not a real big guy. 5'6", 160 pounds. He's a Corona, California guy. But he's got some quicks. You like to run him underneath and let him clear things out. You get that little 160 pounds going, and nice little play there.
Originally committed to Ohio State before Nebraska, out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. Second down and 2 at the 49. That's Lindsey again motioning top of your screen. Here's Ozigbo, a hole up the middle, and he's got a first down. And Trent Goins kept it from being a much bigger play.
Goins just tripped him up where he's still running. Good job of Goins getting off the block, because he was blocked, but he was able to disengage and get over there. Where Ozigbo's got himself a big yardage.
As it stands, first down and 10 for Nebraska at the Northwestern 46. Lee, little double clutch, and that pass incomplete. Spielman and Morgan were there, and the collision with Fred Wyatt broke that whole play up.
Yeah, Wyatt read it really quickly. And then because the defensive end cut in front of him, he couldn't make the throw. And then he had to hold it, and Wyatt was able to get in there. Looked like it was Goins, 54. Couldn't see the number. It looks like that's who it was. But it wasn't. Who was it, Kevin?
Nate Hall.
Nate Hall. 32 is close to 54. only 22 away.
Second and 10 at the 46. Tanner Lee. Good protection this time, and a catch by DeMornay Pearsonell.
That's a good catch, but a better throw. He threw that right between three defenders. Down low, the only place it could be. Look at this, just 1, 2, 3. Right in between the two divers and in front of the man on top. That's a good throw.
Got some heat, did DeMornay Pearsonell, per Lisa's report earlier from Keith Williams, the wide receivers coach. Get a little love after that catch.
Oh, yeah.
Play action. Lee will step up, throws it short, catch made, and not much room to run for Jack Stoll. Nate Hall, the reason why.
Nate Hall had good discipline. He was where he was supposed to be. That play is designed to draw your eyes and take you to the right. Quarterback will pull you that way, and then he's going to bring the tight end back underneath and dump it. And if you have no discipline with your eyes, you get beat. But Hall had it.
First time in the red zone today for the Huskers. 13th play of the drive coming up. Ozigbo the carry. And Ozigbo trying to back his way to a first down. He's about a yard shy of the 12. Huskers are opening up some holes right now, Matt.
Nicely done there by Hamas. The right tackle did a nice job. Right guard did a nice job.
Well, that's the young side. Brendan Hymas, Matt Farniok, two freshmen over there.
Conrad in there in the center. That was their worry. I think they're playing pretty darn well right now.
3rd and 1 at the Northwestern 12. It's Ozigbo again, and Ozigbo falls forward to the 11. Should be a first down for Nebraska.
Left foot, right foot, depends what it is.
Igwebuike was there, but it is a first down.
It's a right foot.
And that's where the first down yardage was.
Hey, listen to the crowd. They're appreciative. Like, that's Nebraska football. This is what Nebraska footballs look like. Good balance, running the football, picking up first downs. You know, giving your quarterback a chance, not getting drilled every time you drop back for a pass. So, yeah, they're appreciative.
First and 10. Lee to the air. Looking for the end zone for Morgan. And a little too tall. Alonzo Mayo out there on the coverage. Second down.
Yeah, he jumped a little bit too soon. He needed to stay on his feet a little more, run to the spot, and then give it a shot. It was high. It would have been a tough catch.
Matt mentioned it earlier. This is the Huskers' first trip into the red zone. Last 3 weeks, only 2 touchdowns in 11 trips into the red zone for Nebraska. How can they cash in a little bit more frequently when they get down here?
Well, their whole thing is just going to be balance. It has been the balance so far. Now he's just got to, it's just going to be in the arm of Tanner Lee. Me, I'd move him. Don't put him in one spot. He's been effective when you've moved him.
Second down and 10. Here's Ozigbo trying to get to the edge on the short side. Not much there.
Yeah, Ozigbo doesn't have the speed to be able to stretch that stuff. But he's what they have, so that's what they're trying. And it has worked, but now you're talking 3rd and long. Okay, so the main thing here, be careful with the football. You can't turn the ball over. Live for just get the field goal if that's what you're going to get. You can't turn it over. But in this particular spot, I'd throw it in the end zone if I could. You don't want to be short of the end zone here.
3rd down and 9 at the 10. This is the 17th play of the drive, matching the longest drive as far as plays go for the season for the Huskers. Swing pass Wilbon out of the backfield, and an excellent job done by Nate Hall, stopping him short at the 7-yard line. You saw Hall, the hero, last week with the game-winning interception in the end zone, despite having had 30 stitches in his hand earlier in the game. And Hall comes up with a tackle there.
A good angle, too. Gave him nowhere to go. But he had one move and one move only, and that was either come right into me or run out of bounds. Well done by Hall.
So here's Drew Brown, tied right now with his brother Chris in Husker lore with 57 made field goals. This will break the tie if he can bang home this 23-yarder. And the kick by Brown is good. And Chris is passed by Drew in the Husker record books, and the Husker lead is a touchdown. Lincoln and the Huskers have given their fans something to crave today. A lead right now, 24-17, and an 18-play, 79-yard scoring drive for the Huskers a moment ago, their longest drive of the year.
They would say disappointed with the field goal, but it sure shortened the game, Kev.
No question about that. Just 3 minutes and change left in this third quarter. The kickoff taken in the end zone by Riley Lease. From the 12-yard line, first down. Justin Jackson. And Jackson works his way to the 19-yard line. Dedrick Young on the stop. I think in that Iowa game, Matt, a guy from right here in the state of Nebraska, Noah Fant, that tight end that we saw very early in the season, has a couple of touchdown catches. Justin Jackson on that carry, passing Lorenzo White, 7th place in Big Ten rushing history. And that is how we end the third quarter of play here in Lincoln. Good ball game and a fourth quarter with lots of intrigue left. 24-17. Nebraska looking for the win at home. Northwestern trying to win its 4th straight, but a defensive touchdown the difference, as Fitz is looking for a little offense in the 4th. Fourth quarter about to begin in Lincoln. 24-17. Nebraska. 3 matchups since the Huskers joined the Big Ten in Lincoln have been decided by 3 points or less, and this one seems to be headed right down that same path. Alongside Matt Millen with Lisa Byington, I'm Kevin Kugler. Good to have you with us as we start off this fourth quarter. The Wildcats with a 2nd and 3. Thorsen with time. Thorsen with an open man, but he overshot Flynn Nagel.
Yeah, see, Kalu's not very happy right now. He needs his corner to be able to sink. His corner did not sink whatsoever. That's Chris Jones. Jones has been out of commission for a little bit, coming off of a knee. But you can't fight underneath. You've got to sink, especially in this 3rd and long situation. Don't fight underneath. Make him come to you.
Throws it short to Jackson. And Jackson nowhere to go. Colin Miller, the first guy there. Carlos Davis came to finish him off. And the punt team coming on for Northwestern.
Bob Diaco has called himself a pretty decent game here today. Likely he's the defensive coordinator for this Nebraska Husker team. They've done a nice job.
DeMornay Pearsonell back. Backing up to the 34. Pearsonell with a flag down to the 40. Breaks a tackle at the 45 and down at the 48-yard line. That flag back at the 41.
That's a block in the back.
Here's Ozigbo. Well defended this time by Northwestern, Matt. Just a yard on the play. Alonzo Mayo with the stop.
Mayo did a really nice job of dropping down and not giving anything. I mean, so he believed his eyes. He understood the discipline of the scheme. He just dropped down, be exactly where he needed to be. Because had he sunk back in, Ozigbo had the corner.
Connor Ketter limping off the field, Husker tight end. As Nebraska goes to work on 2nd and 9 at the 31. Jack Stoll back in at tight end. Lee from the gun, quick slant catch made. Spielman close to the first down.
That's a good player.
Aero and McGee there to make the stop.
J.D. Spielman's got some toughness. He has some quickness off the ball. He's not afraid to catch the ball on the inside. This is all good stuff right here. Young player making his mark, doing well.
He's got a real good shot this year, assuming health, to get to Amon Green's freshman all-purpose yardage record back from 1995. He came into today 300 yards away. Got a month to play. From the 40 on first down, Ozigbo. Nice move in the backfield and positive yardage out of what looked like a negative play. He stepped around Nate Hall and got 3 yards.
Yeah, so all these things, look at just that little bit, that little cut right there, that would have been for minus yardage. Instead, he gets +3. It's a big deal.
Huskers by 7, 11:23 to go in the 4th. Lee with time again. There's Spielman once more. And Spielman down inside the 35. Flag down in the backfield.
He got drilled. The running back absolutely smashed on a blitz.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense. Number 42. 15-yard penalty.
That's Patty Fisher.
Run. First down.
Yeah, so Fisher comes right through. You can see him right here in the middle of your screen. And then here's J.D. Spielman. Remember I told you about the toughness? He's not afraid to go inside. This kid's the real deal. I like him. Like him a lot. I know his dad well. Rick Spielman, the general manager for the Minnesota Vikings, is his daddy. Adopted he and his brother when they were little guys. I remember them little runts, you know. And now here they are, and he's tough. That's a good player.
Had a big game against the Buckeyes. 11 catches for 200 yards. That game didn't go well for the Huskers, but it went well for Spielman. Lee hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. He got pounded, and Godwin Igwebuike was there to pick it off. Gaziano with the pressure, forcing the turnover. 3rd interception for Lee.
He got pounded right into a pick. That's exactly what happened, Kev. Great defense by Gaziano. Just keep on coming. Don't quit. There's the hit, and here's the catch.
Big turn of events in Lincoln. Wildcat ball down 7. 24-17 Nebraska. 10:35 remaining in the 4th. Huskers turn it over. The 3rd pick of the day. And now Northwestern to work. Thorsen on first down on the roll. Looking for Skoranek, and he misses high.
You want to see how that, you want to see the pressure. See Gaziano on top side, number 97. They just run himself a stunt on the inside. And it's really well done. And because he's able to hit the arm, it forces that poor throw. And Igwebuike comes up with a nice pick. That's well done by the big sophomore out of Massachusetts.
Thorsen on second down, wide open is Dickerson, and Dickerson with a first down as we go. 38-17 for Iowa. Thorsen airing it deep down the sideline for Skoranek, and he couldn't connect. Chris Jones on the coverage. So the Big Ten with some teams outside looking in. Both of those teams trailing right now. Ohio State trailing big to Iowa.
17. Penn State down by 4 in their game.
Much delayed by lightning in East Lansing. And nowhere to go as Alex Davis leads the charge to shut down Jeremy Larkin.
Yeah, that's on Stoltenberg. Stoltenberg was a man right there. He just took the center and stuffed him, forced it to the outside, got some help from his friend, set up this 3rd and long. Not good on 3rd down. 0 for 8, Northwestern. That surprises me.
Thorsen, pressure coming, throws. There's the first down on third today. Flynn Nagel moves the chains to the 28.
Well done by Nagel. That's just leverage, man. He got on top of him, and Thorsen puts his ball right where it has to be. That's excellent throw. Look at his throw. And the coverage is right there.
Larkin on the carry. Larkin looking for a little bit of an opening, and he finds one down to the 18-yard line, a 10-yard run. Markel Dismuke on the stop, but a first down for Northwestern, trying to tie this one up late.
And I like they're going with pace. This is what they did at the beginning of the game. And then they also moved the quarterback a little bit.
Larkin in trouble, and a good play made by Chris Webber again. Back to the 20-yard line. Larkin will lose a pair.
Webber had that same play on the previous one. He just didn't disengage from the blocker. He had him in the backfield right where he needed to be, and Larkin went right past him. This time he's able to get him set up this second and long.
Second down and 12. Jackson back in now at running back for Northwestern. Skoranek, Wilson, and Nagel to the bottom of the screen in the 3-wide set. Thorsen with time. Toss caught Wilson, and Wilson twists his way to the 9, a yard short of the first down, but it's 3rd and 1. Play of this Wildcat drive. Jackson met by Webber, falls forward but short. And now 4th down and 1 for the Wildcats.
I like what Webber did right there. He took a chance. He saw it, he believed his eyes, and he sliced right through. That's good defense.
Big moment here. 4th and 1. Time winding down. Cats will go. Jackson cuts it back. And Jackson's second effort gets the first down.
Jackson knows. Stick your foot in the ground and get forward. And he's a tough little sucker, man. He just puts his shoulder pads down and pours right into the middle of the pile.
Dedrick Young had the tackle, but Jackson able to just fight through that for the first. So now 1st and goal near the 7-yard line.
I mean, he's not like he's a monster. He's 5'11", maybe 200 pounds. Good, tough runner.
Thorsen steps up, gonna run. Thorsen's got a wide open lane for the touchdown.
So I've been saying, Kevin, use his feet. His feet are a weapon. A couple years ago, they came in here. He ran for about 120 yards, ran all over him. And then they've not used him. They used him a little bit earlier. But this is definitely a weapon, and it's a great decision by Thorsen. Pretty good. It's been a well-played game by both sides.
13-play, 84-yard drive. Kubander to try and tie it up. And this game is all knotted up with 5:32 to go in the 4th quarter. A battle in the Big Ten West. Wildcats knotted up on the Thorsen run. Pat Fitzgerald happy to see his team back even. 24-24. 5:32 to go in the 4th as Luke Otto gets ready to kick it off for Northwestern. J.D. Spielman, 2 yards deep. Hesitation, and now out he comes. Spielman. A flag is down, and Spielman is down inside the 15-yard line. These two teams always play close, and here we are again. Tie game. Husker starting at their own 7. And on first down, throwing from the end zone, Lee in trouble, dumps it short to Ozigbo. Nice move by Divine Ozigbo. And Ozigbo with some running room. A first down to the 22.
Great effort by Ozigbo. That's all on him. Look at this effort. This won't quit.
Here's Ozigbo. Not much there for Ozigbo, a yard. Second down and 9. Swing pass, Ozigbo out of the backfield, and Divine Ozigbo down just shy of the 26-yard line. Cairo and Walsh combined on the stop.
Big down right here. Big down for Northwestern.
Huskers are trying to avoid their third loss at home in a row in conference play. Bill Jennings' first year, 1957, actually Big 7 conference in 1957, when they were 1-9 that season. A few years later, Mr. Jennings was no longer the coach, and a guy named Bob Devaney showed up.
Showed up from Wyoming. The rest is history.
3rd and 6. Spielman with a catch. J.D. Spielman with a couple of dance moves to get out to the 41.
That's big time route right there. Money on the catch. They know where to go to. J.D. Spielman has turned into the guy. When you need something, it's got to come up big. You get it to Spielman. Really well done, J.D. Spielman.
Time winding down, a tie game in the 4th. Draw play, Ozigbo. Met by Cairo and driven back. Excellent play by the safety. Holds Ozigbo to a yard gain.
He's down that tight. It tells you they're keeping him nice and tight. They're taking some chances here in the run game. Play action is now what you want to try to get out of that, Kev. You get those safeties down that far.
Second and 9 at the Husker 43. Pearsonell in motion at the bottom of your screen. Ozigbo with the carry up the middle. And Divine Ozigbo struggles out near the 48-yard line. Patty Fisher on the tackle. Huskers have been committed today to that run game, Matt, despite the fact that this is one of the best rush defenses in college football. Our State Farm postgame report coming up whenever this one ends.
And they've had good success. I mean, they haven't been overwhelming, but they've kept them off balance, and that's what they needed to do. This is a big 3rd down right here.
On 3rd and 4, Lee over the middle, Pearsonell with a grab, and a first down to the Northwestern 45.
Remember early in the game, he had the butterfingers on that one, which brought the wrath of the sideline down on him, and he's been money ever since.
Stuck that ball out just for a second, and then yanked it back.
Yeah.
There's the love of the sideline.
Yeah, love comes after the game.
1:27 and counting to go. Nebraska trying to pull it out late again. They did it last week, coming from behind to beat Purdue late. Play action. Lee with time, looking deep, looking for Morgan down the sideline. A fingertip grab, but out of bounds.
Great catch, though. Didn't have anything in. Great effort. Let's see what happens here. There's the catch. Yeah, he's out of bounds.
So close.
Great effort, though.
Coverage from Montre Hardage. And now 2nd down and 10. 68 seconds remaining.
Can't get greedy. He's got to get a first down. It's what he's got to be able to get.
Lee, quick toss. Catch is made by the tight end Stoll. And Jack Stoll to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 5 under a minute to go. And now a timeout will be used. A quick 30-second timeout. We're back in a moment. Exactly a minute remains 3rd and 5 at the 40-yard line for Mike Riley's Huskers.
Let's see what you get in terms of coverage. They're going to spread it out. One back remaining. One-on-one with Stanley Morgan down here. That's one free. The ball's going to have to go outside.
3rd and 5. No pressure. Lee almost intercepted again. Cairo nearly had another pick. He can't believe it. If he pulls that in, nobody's stopping him down the sideline.
Cairo's going to want to... that's a huge opportunity miss. Great read by that. He was trying to hit Spielman for the first down. Now they're going to punt it.
Going to punt it away here and try to pin Northwestern deep.
Play for OT.
Yep. Lightborn bounces back, but Northwestern's down inside the 10-yard line. Good punt from Caleb Lightborn. They're at the 9-yard line, 45 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with. How risky at all do you get if you're Pat Fitzgerald and Northwestern, Matt?
Yeah, if you're going to take any shots, just take any kind of chance early, and then that's it. Because you're just going to play. I mean, you got 90 yards to go. Don't play it close to the vest. You're on the road. Don't take any chances.
Well, we saw at the end of the first half some poor clock management, as admitted by Pat Fitzgerald to Lisa Byington at halftime. They had a chance to use some timeouts, get into position for a closer field goal, ended up missing one. Nebraska has all 3 of their timeouts, might consider using them if it's 3 runs and stops. Here's Jackson. And Jackson down, and a timeout used by Nebraska. We'll step aside for 30-second time out as well. Jackson with some room to run, and Justin Jackson with a first down and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Now, what does this change for Northwestern, if anything? They're at the 33 seconds to go until perhaps overtime.
You still have 2 throws that you have to get to the middle of the field, stop the clock. You've got 2 timeouts. It's still a little risky from this spot.
Larkin in at running back. At the 33, first down. Thorsen going to go to the air. And it's batted down, incomplete. Nick Stoltenberg got a paw on that one.
28 seconds. In college football, you can use the middle of the field because the clock's going to stop at the time with the first down. Plus, you still have your 2 timeouts left. But now, realistically, you're looking at it. He needs about 35, 40 yards. That's a lot of real estate.
Second and 10. Thorsen throws it short to Larkin. Right there is Alex Davis. And now a timeout used by Northwestern with 19 seconds to play in the 4th. Are we headed to overtime? Back in 30 seconds. Overtime, perhaps, in the offing in Lincoln.
Seconds. You have 3, maybe 4 plays here. If it comes out quick, one of them's got to stop the clock immediately, or you got to go to the sideline.
Thorsen under pressure. Thorsen going to run. A flag is down as Thorsen's out of bounds at the 35, chased out by Weber.
And that took 7 seconds, so there's 2 plays.
Holding. Defense. Number 8. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run will result in a first down.
It's Chris Jones, the upper left side,
You're
man.
going to see him right there. That's more of a hug. It's just, there's no penalty for hugs, is there, Kevin?
Well, apparently there is, if the hug looks like a hold, but that's a
huge.
Giant penalty.
That's a monster.
Because now you're out to the 48-yard line.
Okay, now, Kev, look, 20-yard throw and a timeout, and you can take a kick.
Thorsen with 13 seconds to go. Pressure coming up the middle. Thorsen flushed again. throws on the run. Skowronek with the catch and out at the 42. 5 seconds to go, and can Northwestern Hail Mary Nebraska on the same field that Nebraska Hail Mary Northwestern?
You may get the Hail Mary. I don't know if we'll get the full of Grace. I don't know if Grace is here today. I'm not so sure. Not a lot of Grace here in the stands.
A lot of red. With 5 seconds to go.
Get deep. Get your people deep. Play from back to front. And you got to get some kind of a rush.
Here's Thorsen. Steps. Pressure comes. Thorsen on the run. Buying time. Airing it for the end zone. The jump ball deflected away. No Hail Mary this time as we're headed to overtime. Josh Kalu batted it away. And for the third straight game, Northwestern is going to overtime.
That ever been done, Kev? I'm sure it must have at the NCAA sometime.
Sometime, somewhere. One last look.
This has a chance, too.
Skowronek was in the area.
Kalu does a nice job of high-pointing it up top.
Northwestern beat Iowa in overtime, 17-10. That win looks pretty good today. Northwestern will start with a football. The ball at the 25-yard line as we start overtime. Here's Larkin on the sweep, and Larkin with a first down. Good run by Larkin to the 13. Markel Dismute with the stop.
They had success getting to that edge, especially early, and then into the third, fourth quarter, kind of slowed down a little bit.
Larkin again. And Larkin fights his way inside the 10, down near the 6. Marcus Newby with the tackle.
Both teams have played really hard.
24 all here. Penn State, Michigan State, they're still tied up at 24 apiece. It's the magic score today in the Big Ten. Second and 4 at the 7. Jackson. Cut back. Jackson down at the 2-yard line. First down. First and goal for Northwestern. Jackson trying to find room. None there. Really good job inside for Nebraska. Nowhere to go, and everybody waiting to unstack that pile. Dedrick Young was at the bottom of it. Second and goal option. The pitch. Larkin to the edge. Larkin stood up by Mohamed Berry, and it's third and goal.
That's a heck of a play by Berry to run inside out. He had one place and one place only. You've got to make this tackle, and he does. Gets him out short of the goal line. It'll be third and goal. I like the play call, though, by using Thorsen's feet. That was smart.
Third and goal. Thorsen on the quarterback sneak, and he didn't get in. Thorsen not in. Newby with the stop, and it's fourth down.
That's huge, man. Now they've got to take the points. He did not get in. There's no movement whatsoever there. None. Great job by Stoltenberg and the boys up front.
They're going for it, Matt.
Wow, that's awesome.
They're going for the touchdown.
That's Fitz. Way to go, Fitzy.
They're 2 for 3 on fourth down today. Pat Fitzgerald going for it on fourth. Thorsen will sneak it again, trying to push his way to the goal line.
I don't know.
No signal yet. Touchdown. Trey Pugh providing the block to give Thorsen just enough room to get in for the touchdown. A little push block from Pugh.
There's the push, yep.
The Pugh push.
Right there, you can see the ball. Yep, you can see it. He's right there. Nice job. Good job all the way through. But, hey, you got to love the call. Fitzy did a great job calling that thing.
Kubander on for the extra point. So now Northwestern up a touchdown as Nebraska goes to work in their first overtime possession. And the gambler, Pat Fitzgerald, knew it all the time.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, had it from the start, yep. So the decision at the end of the first half he did not like. He'll like that decision.
Northwestern trying to make a little history, becoming the first team, if they hang on, to win 3 straight overtime games. First down at the 25. Lee to throw with protection to the sideline, incomplete. Stanley Morgan, the intended receiver. Montre Hardage on the coverage. 2nd and 10.
Stanley Morgan's had a pretty quiet day, actually. Not a lot of catches today. They
4
tried
catches.
Tried him a couple times. Had a great effort on that deep ball, but all that stuff doesn't matter. All that matters is right now. Somebody's got to step up and make a play.
2nd down and 10. Lee wants the screen. Pressure comes and he's sacked. Samdup Miller with his 4th sack of the year.
Couldn't come at a better time. Come off the top side. He's working against the freshman. And you know what? Miami's played decent all game long. He picked a bad time. I could use an airplane reference here, but I won't.
To stop blocking Miller?
To stop blocking Miller.
3rd and 20 at the 35. Only sack of the game. And now Nebraska in real trouble. Lee underneath. Hoppus short. And now you've got 4th and a mile. Ball at the 26-yard line. You need the 15. Fisher and Walsh there to make the stop. 4th and 11.
Yeah, so 4th and 11, which is better than 4th and 22. Obviously, you cut it in half. He's got to be able to make this throw for a first down. That's the whole game.
And this is the game right here. In overtime, Northwestern trying to win it on the road. The road team has been the dominant team in this series. Northwestern trying to continue that. 4th and 11. Ball game right here. Lee. Pass deflected, incomplete, and Northwestern wins it in overtime. History made in Lincoln. The first team in FBS history to win 3 straight in overtime. And how about the Wildcats, who win it 31-24. And Mike Riley's team walks off dejected again. 4 and 5 of the Huskers, 3 and 3 in Big Ten play. Northwestern now 6 and 3 and 4 and 2 in the conference. Overtime win for Northwestern, 31-24. Lisa Byington is standing by amidst some very happy cats.
Well, this team certainly doesn't make it easy on you. What did it take to win here tonight?
Well, they had to pick me up. I screwed up the end of the first half, and just so much resiliency by our guys. Great battle, great fight, and it wasn't clean, but we found a way to win.
Why go for it on 4th and 1?
To win. That's what we came here to do, to win, and you know, I believe in those guys, and Clayton's so tough. What a great effort by him.
Expand on that a little bit, and what you have seen from your quarterback, maybe even going back to last week and building on it this week.
He's a veteran. He's been there, Lisa. He's been through a bunch of battles, and as I sit here and That's kind of still surreal. Every game with the Huskers goes down like this, and that's a really good friend of mine, Mike Riley, and he's one heck of a football coach. And my hat's off to him and his young man. It was a heck of a battle, but the Huskers have got a great head coach in Mike, and that's what I told him after the game. I love him, and I got so much respect for him.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Let's go, Cats.
7. That'll do it from Memorial Stadium. Our final score in overtime. Northwestern 31, Nebraska 24. Coming up, Rick Pizzo and the gang are in our Chicago studios with the State Farm post-game report. For Matt Mellon and Lisa Byington, I'm Kevin Kugler saying, don't forget to fall back tonight. Set your clocks back. Trust me, you'll be appreciative in the morning. So long from Lincoln.